I'm making this video for those who want to, can't understand or don't realize that they have the ability, just as everybody else, for God to reveal little nuggets throughout their time and throughout their studying of the Bible, throughout their prayers, throughout their day. You are just as important as everybody else. And God reveals to any and everybody. He doesn't have just certain people that he only reveals to, but that all it's because it just depends on you. The only person that's stopping you from God revealing little nuggets to you is your relationship with God. Are you seeking him? Are you, talk to him on a daily basis? Because there's some people who's like, oh, I just don't understand why he don't reveal. Well, how deep in this word are you? How constantly much are you in the Bible? How much are you putting him first in everything? So you are no less important than anybody else. And you don't have to be like way advanced in the acknowledgement of coming back to Christ and having all this acknowledgement and read the Bible, more than 2 times or even 1 time or whatever. You can just be coming back in Christ or just be coming to Christ, and God can still use you to share little nuggets with you. He would still reveal to you little things that nobody else may know. Because God, he works good like that, where he just shows a group of these people this and a group of these people that, and so that way you can share with other people and just be like, God likes to have glory for himself, but he also likes to share a little bit in his glory by letting you glorify him with the knowledge that he has put onto you. So if you want to be, okay, I don't know if you know that song, Lori Daigle, I think is her name, Lori Daigle. It says, "Thank God I Do." Okay, at the beginning of that video, she's got all these flowers in her hair and this cool little poofy dress, and she's running to her car, and she was like, hold on, I'll be right back. I got to get my keys. And then she runs in the house, and as soon as she goes in the house, she starts playing the piano. The keys. She forgot her keys. She's actually playing on the keys on the piano. So that's where it comes about. I don't know if anybody can catch that, but that's a little nugget that a lot of people don't realize, the play on words there, because she forgot her keys. So she goes in there and she plays on her keys. So God will reveal things like that, is what I'm referring to you. If you just seek him first, put him first, and you have that heart. Now, you don't have to be in this walk with God on such a far level as like most people seem, like you think most people do. You're not supposed to compare yourself to other people. You're not supposed to compare your walk and where you're at in your walk with God to where other people are, because everybody comes in at a different time. Everybody does things on a different level. Everybody goes. There could be people who's been in walking with Christ their whole entire life and still won't be as far advanced as somebody who's only been in for like 3 months. You know why? Because their relationship with God isn't close. They could be walking and be a Christian all they want to and be a Christ follower and go to church every Sunday, but if that's all they're doing is just going to church on this Sunday and maybe on the Bible studies throughout the week, and they don't really pray to God, they don't really talk to God, then of course they're not going to have as much relation as most people do, as one that is seeking him and putting him first and wanting. It's all about how you want to seek him. So a lot of times it could also be the sincerity of somebody's heart. There's a lot of people that claim to be Christians and claim to be Christ followers, but in their hearts it's not sincere. Like they believe in themselves that they might think that they're sincere because, oh, I believe and I have faith in them, but their heart is not in it. It's the same thing as being, oops, there we go again. It's the same thing as, when you talk about relationships and you see one where the one is just all in and the one person is just there just to be there. and just there just to see what they can gain from it, and don't do nothing. They don't put no effort into it, and all they do is just take, take, take. They're, you know, believe it or not, everything is an example in life. And as we all know to be true, that there is just some people that just all they do is just take, 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 and they don't give, give, give. So if you're a giver to God by giving your all, your heart, your soul, and your mind, then of course you're going to be closer. Your relationship with Him is going to be a lot more fatter, a lot more precious than other people, because they don't have that relationship. And that's another thing that's very exact, where it says, you know, where God would say, I do not know you. Because you may have gone to church and may have done this, but if you don't have God in your heart and truly love Him with all your heart, mind, body, and soul, because it says it in the scriptures, make sure you do it. Because it knows that there's going to be people that's like, oh, I have faith and I believe, but is your heart in it? Is your whole soul in it? So if you want revelation from God, you know, you need to pay attention to where you stand with God. Are you in a relationship with Him, or are you just one of those people that just believe? Because you can have faith and you can have belief. The devil has faith and the devil believes, but his heart does not belong to God. Major difference there. And that's what's wrong with a lot of religions. A lot of people, they go to church, they have faith and they believe, but their heart is not in it. God bless.